It is open season for declaration of presidential ambition in Kenya today. Even before an election date is set, at least 12 people have made public their intention to enter the contest to succeed Mwai Kibaki as Kenya's next president.
Mimi nataka kuwaulizeni, je, mnafikiri mtachagua watu 10? Si tutachagua mtu mmoja?
Analysts argue that depending on the motivation behind the declarations, the aspirants could be classified in 3 categories: serious contenders, political opportunists, and dreamers.
There are other fellows who have also come up whom I think only imagine they can become president because they have come from a village where they are the only people who go to university and become something. So even presidency is possible. Those are people who are looking for political miracles. And in politics, miracles don't happen. Miracles are caused to happen.
From the long list of aspirants, only 3 have formally launched their bids. Now Kenya leader Martha Karua leading the way in April, followed by Gashoka MP Mutava Musiemi and former Kabete MP Paul Moite 2 weeks ago. Others who are not part of the main political parties but have made public their intent to run include Education PS James Ole Kiapi, Gatanga MP Peter Kenneth, and Bumula MP Wakoli Bifoli. Little known former military officer Isaac Jaffa has also joined the fray.
Some of them are declaring because they would like to be known that they were once presidential candidates. And they would also want to appear to be relevant. So when you are discussing serious matters of national import, they want to be included there.
I think they just want to command attention. So they are saying, wait, we are also around. So the earlier they start before the field gets crowded, perhaps the more likely they are going to get some attention, and the more likely they are going to have an opportunity to have some engagement with the public.
The possibility of an election this year, December, are very high. And all this is built around the implementation of the Constitution, because if we've not implemented certain pieces of legislation by next month, it's in a few weeks actually, anybody can go to court to petition the Chief Justice to dissolve Parliament.
The interest the international community has shown in Kenya's political affairs may also be a factor influencing the early declarations. Some may be seeking to position themselves as credible alternatives to the mainstream candidates and hopefully bag the support of some powerful groups keen to influence Kenya's political order.
We have the Europeans, the Americans, and some other African countries very interested in the election here. And some of them are known to pump in money into their favorite candidates. So the question is, where will some of this international money or resources be pumped, to whom?
The other category of aspirants who have made their intentions clear are those under the G7 umbrella, largely viewed as a coalition designed to frustrate Prime Minister Raila Odinga's bid to succeed Kibaki. Deputy Prime Minister Uhuru Kenyatta, Eldoret North MP William Ruto, Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, Saboti MP Eugene Wamalwa, and more recently Trade Minister Chirao Ali Mwakwere are in this group. The political calculations of most of these candidates in this group largely based on the outcome of the ICC cases facing Uhuru and Ruto.
The Ruto group want to take advantage of the pre-hearing time in September. So they really want to cover a lot of ground because they don't know what will happen after September.
The Ocampo 6 have come to realize that the Hague is real. Ruto, for instance, knows that in a bit he might be gone and he may not come back in a long time. That's a possibility. So he'd want to galvanize his support, not necessarily to make him president, but he's putting together a coalition that can go on towards the presidency, even in his absence.
Prime Minister Raila Odinga has been touted as the man to beat in next year's polls. While Raila has not been politically latent, he's yet to fully engage his political machinery.
Currently, Raila has 50% incumbency. And incumbents in Africa don't lose elections, which means that he has won this election 50%. So he just have to work 1%, and he has it in the bag. And also because all the institutions we put in place for elections will have 50% of his own nominees. The way I see it is that where Raila is right now, and that's why he's quiet, he has to work very hard not to become president.
Analysts point out that the Constitution's stringent requirements for presidential candidates will serve to weed out the pretenders from the real contenders. The Constitution requires that one must not only be a Kenyan citizen by birth, qualified to run for election as an MP, and nominated by a political party, or eligible to run as an independent candidate, but also nominated by not fewer than 2,000 voters from a majority of the counties to qualify for clearance to run for the presidency. A successful candidate must garner more than 50% of all votes cast and at least 25% of votes in more than half of the counties. Coupled with the ethics and integrity requirement, it is clear that the race to State House is not for the faint-hearted, ill-prepared, or poorly connected. The declarations may be numerous now, but in due course, those who do not fit the bill will fall by the wayside. Newton Debu, KTN for Spotlight 2012.